Yeah, wee woo. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. First thing I want to ask is,
see,
the Illuminati Council.
Mm.
Were you surprised at who was on there?
No.
You feel like they're pandering?
Pandering?
A little bit.
Bobby says yes. Hesh says no. Why?
A little bit.
Well, because 90% of it makes sense. The only person you could probably say is pandering, which doesn't really bother me so much, is the Mr. Fantastic thing. Outside of that, and I guess maybe if you want to say Charles Xavier,
not everybody.
Well, no, I don't.
Well, yeah, because why is it pandering?
Because he's a part of it. He's a part of it. I don't really see.
Yeah, he's a part of the original council.
Yeah,
I'm thinking because, like, hey, we need, a black person, and we need women. Just because the original council was just men and stuff, and it was only like one black person, which was Black Panther. And I'm just
Rainbow kind of like.
Also, you have to understand the place that the MCU is in right now in terms of the characters. So Robert Downey Jr. is dead, and not dead. Excuse me, Iron Man is dead, and Robert Downey Jr. is not necessarily coming.
Earth 616 Iron Man is dead.
Yeah, so they can't really. So I guess, but what's the point of using Iron Man?
I'm not saying just not. I'm not talking about the Iron Man aspect. I'm just talking about the women and the black people aspect. Like I just felt like we got to put more than one woman. Like we got to put women in there first of all. I mean, we have to put more than one woman in there.
No, I think it's Steve Rogers has stepped down as Captain America. Chris Evans isn't Captain America anymore. So what's on our alternative? We have Peggy Carter. We can do that. That's cool. So we put her in. We don't have Iron Man, so we're not going to use. We're going to use Captain. But hey, instead of just having archive Marvels make it a little different, let's just put Monica Rambeau's mom in there. Okay, that's cool. That's just like a nice Easter egg. Like, oh, this world is different than ours. If instead of Carol Danvers going and getting in an accident, it was a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it's pandering. I think they're just using the pieces that they have. Or that's just how I feel. I don't think it's pandering.
Do you think they're going to use her again?
Who, her? No, I think it was a little. I mean, it could. No, she's dead in our world. She died of cancer. That's why. So it's like a nice little thing that like have her show up and do a little something. I mean, obviously, we have the multiverse. So could she pop up again? Sure. But
okay,
yeah.
So,
yep.
What do we think of the movie?
Little.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna say.
It was a little.
This is a Sam Raimi as fuck movie. And if you don't like Sam Raimi or his art direction, you might have a problem. It is campy, and it is leaning super hard into the horror aspect of things, as hard as it can for PG-13.
Right.
Super thing. But if you don't like Sam Raimi's direct, and this is, so I saw somebody saying this is the most Evil Dead movie, more than like Evil Dead. So if you've ever seen the Evil Dead movies, it's filmed just like that. It's very campy, and if you don't like that, there's a potential that this movie is not going to necessarily resonate with you. And I am one of those people. So unfortunately, I did not love this movie, and I really was walking in it thinking I was going to love it. And I ended up going in there and was like, this is just cool. And that's unfortunate. I like everything they're setting up, though. It's not. So it's like, I'm going to take the movie for what it is, because
Derpy Gaming, what's up?
Sprinkle some little, like, I understand what some of the stuff is going to be happening going for the MCU. So I'm like, mad.
Right.
But I don't love Sam Raimi's direction that much.
I guess I can ask you, what were your biggest disappointments in the movie?
Yeah.
They took out the Illuminati way too easily.
That's what I was gonna say as well. I didn't think for like super powered, like damn near guys, they would be taken out by like stones falling on them and stuff, and it's just like,
Yeah, well, that one was a little weird. I was like,
she got crushed and just as it like she took on Thanos by, well, not this version, but Captain Marvel took on Thanos by herself. And
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Oh no,
man, Captain Marvel went through a whole fucking ship by herself, but she just got smashed by some goddamn.
and she got smashed by some rocks and just like a statue that was like what? Like
pandering. That's what you can say is pandering. Like, all right, we're gonna put this black chick in here and just kill it.
well, they killed the whole. They killed all.
They killed her like Cersei.
They killed the whole.
Some fucking rocks.
The only one who lived was Mortal. But that's because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but I like it because it. I know. I guess the one way you can look at it is like, oh, I look at it is they're showing exactly how powerful Wanda really is, and she's just been holding back this whole time, or how much more powerful she's become since we first introduced her. And obviously, these aren't our versions of these characters, so fare a little better. But I like that. Oh, and I like Black Bolt. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
That they got to do it from the TV show on there. That was cool, even though that TV show.
Yeah.
Not to let them show up and do this, just because the show.
They took that.
And her magic, and also her magic does bend around, like, so that she could be cheating that way.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously she unraveled Mr. Fantastic and popped his head like a balloon. That's the one thing about the movie I did like. The gore was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, they was way more violent than I expected to be.
Mm.
Like they didn't show nothing super crazy, but like this nigga, she made his mouth disappear. He blew his brains out the back of it.
That shit.
Yeah.
I was mad hype.
He was like, what mouth? He said
that nigga. I was like, oh, he killing them niggas.
Yeah, and then fucking yeeted Captain whatever Sharon Carter's
Peggy.
body you have.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like she was gonna blew his nigga brains out, fucking unraveled that nigga. Violent.
Reed Richards died out of
Charles' neck.
Yeah.
No more stepdad.
That one got me upset.
Oh yeah, he didn't die without doing nothing.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man.
I think because they didn't want to show his powers too crazy.
Now, is there a difference? Well, in every universe now, is there only yellow chair Charles Xavier, or do we got like actual like wheelchair? Like,
oh, I'm sure it's different. It's like I think every universe is different. So it's gonna be some universes where he walks, some universes he got the yellow chairs, some universes he has wheelchairs, regular wheelchairs. I think it's whatever they want. Also, it was cool they played the
the X-Men theme music
song when they came through. That was awesome. But that was like the 97. So in the credits, it's credited as X-Men 97 theme song, and X-Men 97 is the show that they got coming out that continues the 90s X-Men shows.
Yeah.
For that, so that was cool. It was just cool, man.
Mr. Fantastic, did we do that? The internet, did we do that again?
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was fantastic like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much behind the scenes talks they had before the internet got a hold of that to make that a thing. I don't know if maybe he was always in the running for that, but I definitely do think we had a part in that. And that definitely got us there.
Were we disappointed? Well, Robbie said this in chat. Let me not just jack his old shit because I had the same thought. There weren't a lot of cameos for a multiverse movie. Were we disappointed in that?
A little bit.
Yes, and then no. At first, it was because because in my mind I thought they was gonna be just hopping all over the place and just going mad different 2 or 3 different universes.
Yeah.
But I think it was more about because I think really it was more about not them visiting a million different places. It was more about them establishing the fact that incursions are a thing and that jumping from universe to universe can possibly cause an incursion, and the incursions are 2 realities, universe collide together, and it either could destroy one or both of the universes. And I think that's the bigger like Thanos level threat that's going to be going on in the future. So that I think it was more about establishing that and getting people familiar with the idea of here are people you are familiar with, but not quite what we're used to at this moment, because not everybody watches everything and all this other shit. So I think I had to like slow play that. So I think instead of going to a million different places, they went to a couple so they could focus. And this is our Earth, but it's different, but just enough so that people get the idea. But I do wish there was more cameos. But then I think if there's more cameos, then that's all we care about, and we wouldn't care about what's actually happening in the story. But I just want to see this person come up and this person. I think you kind of end up getting bogged down and seeing all.
Do we think the big bad in these next few phases are going to be someone that we recognize, meaning like a former Avenger or like a former like ally, something like that? Or is it going to be just somebody completely different?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Kang.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. Yeah,
it's gonna tie and him because he already had. If you watch Loki, them having So basically, what they're gonna end up doing, they're gonna do the incursion stuff, which is gonna boil down into like Secret War, which is already something that was sort of mentioned in Loki. But in Loki, it was between a bunch of version of Kangs. I think eventually it's going to end up happening it's going to be Secret Wars, but it's going to be a bunch of different versions of the characters we know in the MCU because all the universes are collapsing together. So at the end, I think Kang is going to somehow be the driving force behind that some way, shape, or form.
Did y'all catch the Ghost Rider reference in the beginning? No,
I did not.
You would like to tell me what that is? When the motorcycle was on a ladder and his cloak was stuck and wrapped. Oh,
That
was a reference.
Ghost Rider motorcycle.
I know that, but you know, I know. Like, was there like an emblem on the motorcycle? Was there like any distinctive markings on the motorcycle that was like, hey, that's Ghost Rider?
Yeah,
like I don't know.
That's Johnny Blaze. He stole his motorcycle.
I would say one thing that kind of like
what?
It kind of threw me off. I think they revealed that Wanda was the villain too early.
Yeah, somebody. I was like,
huh?
With somebody last night.
A little too early, and then it was like mad nonchalant, and I was like,
yeah,
they could have held that like mid movie because she could have just been conjuring demons and nobody would have known what the fuck it was. It I don't know. It was just like, damn, like why they do that shit? Like this was like at the beginning of the movie. Like this is like straightforward.
Like 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, why they do that?
Yeah, I like literally had that conversation with somebody last night because one of my friends, because the person I wanted to see the movie with, I wish they would have saved it for the middle of the movie and it just the whole time he's like, I don't know if necessarily working with him, but it's like it's the reveal midway through or the very end, like, oh, it was one time trying. And I think it would have had like a more shocking impact instead of just like, well, now we know. But then also, I guess I don't know. I don't know, either one way or the other, but I do like that might have been better.
Yeah,
I agree with Dame that she slipped up and said her name too easy. Well, too early.
Early, yeah. You know, that's just to move the story along.
Yeah. Speaking of her name, what do we think about America Chavez?
It's cool. It was okay. She didn't really do shit. She didn't really do a whole lot. She's just running, and it's like, oh shit, I can't use my powers. And Doctor Strange, yes, you can. And she's like, oh, I guess I can. And then the movie ended.
I have to believe.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, that was it. Like, she didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, obviously, she's a young Avenger, so just going forward is gonna be like cool to see maybe what happens going forward. And obviously now she's in college, learning magic, so then she'll maybe have more control over her abilities and powers. So I think going forward, the character could have potential. But in this movie, she ain't really.
Have all the young Avengers been introduced already?
A large chunk of them.
Okay. How many more we need in order to complete this team? Or to at least get like a movie or like a cameo?
I guess it depends on how large the team they want. I mean, we got like 5 or 6. So we got.
I'm saying, I know we got like 5 or 6 of them.
We got Wanda's 2 kids. We got Scott Lang's daughter because she's older now because she's one of them. We got Kate Bishop, so that's 4. We got an
homie from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, homie from Iron Page, whatever. Damn, I can't remember. So that's 5.
Ironheart.
Ironheart is coming. She's not. I mean, she could be part of it, and she probably will.
I don't think she's slated to come anytime soon.
Yeah, she's gonna be in
Wakanda forever.
She is?
Yeah.
When they announced that?
Mad long ago, nigga.
Really?
Yeah. Mad long ago.
You know what? I think I do remember that because I had a problem with how they introduced her. You're right. Okay.
What the hell am I missing? There was somebody else. There was more. My brain is not thinking of them now.
That were introduced in Marvel movies or
TV shows. A lot of them are in TV shows. A lot of them are TV shows. So we got. Who the fuck? I'm missing somebody.
Oh, no. I was about to say Black Widow's sister, but no.
Scott Lang's daughter. Wanda's two kids. The Iron nigga.
Black Captain America's nephew.
Yeah, that was in
Whatever.
Yeah, that was
Ransom,
Iron
whatever.
Patriot or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck his
yeah.
name is, Patriot something.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain. So at least 5, but I could swear it was more than that. But that's like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on how many want to do.
Yo, where the fuck was Vision?
Just not.
Chilling, dead.
Like
It's
no
just- he's
reality
alive.
of Vision showed up at all.
I mean, he's in like we could say that about Captain Marvel. Like, what's her face? Like, where the fuck is she? Like, where are all these Avengers when there's like this astronomical shit going on in New York? Like, all y'all ain't on vacation. Y'all comms ain't off. I know somebody said something to somebody.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Well, I
saying
mean-
Vision because of the whole Wanda and her kids. Like,
Yeah.
the kids got caught. Where the fuck are you at? Even if it's the alternate version, like where the fuck are you at?
Is Doctor Strange a Mother's Day movie?
I mean, I guess you could take him on to see it if you want.
Yeah.
It depends if she know what the fuck going on. It might not be. She's like, what the fuck is a tentacle monster doing in New York?
I mean, she did all this shit to save her imaginary kids that don't really exist.
Mm,
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Well, they do exist, just not for her.
yeah.
Multiverse of Madness is a Mother's Day movie.
Yeah, it might be. Mama.
Dear mama.
What else? I don't know. Is there anything in there?
Yeah, Kid Loki. That's the other one. Fuck. Thank you.
Oh, Kid Loki.
Yeah. I think
Nah,
damn
now
near
you
every,
wanted something.
I think damn near every show they fucking did, they did Young Avenger.
Hmm. What else? Is there anything else that you didn't like about the movie? Were there any letdowns, like things that you were like so sure that were gonna happen? Like, you know, I'm pretty sure most of us thought about the what if Doctor Strange making an appearance, and then when we saw the trailer, it was like, oh, he is in this shit, but then it turned out to be
Not him.
another world.
Yeah, it's just-
Actually, another world, Doctor Strange, who died and America brought to this world, and then we just actually used him to conjure up some magical spell to use him. I don't know. But were we let down by anything?
A lot of stuff. not having the TV Doctor Strange, because I thought that's who it was, but it was a different. It wasn't the same Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, so I was like, okay, well, I guess. That music battle was very.
It was
I like
weird.
that shit though.
Yeah, I think.
It was different.
To me, I think on paper it was probably. Oh, that sounds like that was gonna be a good idea. Execution, I looked at it, I was like, this looks
Kind of stupid.
stupid.
There's mad tangible things in this room we can use, but you want to conjure up music notes and make them sharp?
Yeah, I thought like this did not execute. To me, maybe somebody else might like it. To me, it did not. It did not execute great.
D-Dot, women never realize they're wrong.
That wasn't the what if Doctor Strange, because I forgot exactly what he said. Something
Nah, the what if Doctor Strange got way more
being
powers.
married to Christine, or he said something about being married to Christine, and the what if Doctor Strange, the reason why he went down the road is because Christine kept dying.
Yeah.
So I don't think they ever got married. So that wasn't even it.
Yo, can we I swear to God, we can make the point, I can make the point that a lot of these movies involve vagina. Redemption of vagina.
Yeah, everything is.
I love you in every universe. You ever told the bitch I love you in every universe?
No, I mean,
That's kind of like I love you 3000, but like a nigga upped it. I love you in every universe. I don't even know how many there are. Well, I kind of do because I'm Doctor Strange. But I love you in every universe.
I'm using that from now on, nigga.
It ain't gonna work because you gotta be Doctor Strange. Like, she know that he know because she worked at the thing that was naming all the universes. It was like, yo, baby, I love you in every universe. I wish I could bring you back to mine. Maybe I should kill the one in my universe. I don't know. Hey, you don't know what? Hey, fucking what if Doctor Strange was trying to do all that shit? You talk about you want to do that for love, for happiness? You can't. You're not as powerful as Wanda to conjure up just whatever you want. So it's like, hey, maybe I could snatch your Doctor Strange dead. My what's the name is married. What up?
I'm gonna kill
What's
you
up?
if I can beat you.
I could take you out these streets, baby. I could take you out this lab. We
Change the
could
whole
be
vibe.
something.
We could be lovers.
But I didn't hate the movie.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it was like, man.
Yeah, and I
I
was.
don't know if I was drunk, but I liked it. So I might have gave it like an 8.
Oh no,
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all sound like y'all giving it like a 6.57.
Yeah, like
the editing was honky as hell. I don't like the Dutch angle, when they're standing straight up, but the camera's tilted to the left. I don't like all that.
Yeah.
The editing when he was like talking to Mordo, but then it's like faded in from the background with Wanda sitting in the candle circle behind his head and like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit. Yeah,
I don't like all the editing. And then he was doing something and like the guitar riff, like it was like super on point. It was just like all that stuff. It bothered. It's not. I don't particularly care for that too much. It was. So I'm not saying it's like a horrible movie. It's just for me, my personal style. And again, I wanted to watch it again to see if my opinion increase. I just didn't have time. This is all for my first view. So I might maybe watch it again. Know what's gonna actually happen in the movie, and maybe I might appreciate some of that stuff a lot more. But off of my first viewing, I went in there, I think, expecting to be like, "Oh, this is fire! Look at this!" And then I was just sitting there the whole time, like, "Huh." I had a lot of a lot, and I was like, "That's all right." Yeah.
Do we think this is it might be a bold hot take? I don't know. Do we think Wanda has a redemption arc as to where, if Kang does turn out to be the big bad, she comes through in a clutch at the end and saves everybody, sacrifices herself, even though she was the fucking one that messed up a lot of shit in this reality type of thing? Because Wanda's not dead, right? Scarlet Witch. She just became the Scarlet Witch. She can't be Scarlet Witch in one movie and then die same movie.
Listen, if you don't see a body, I don't believe in death. So we haven't seen her body. And then if you notice when the thing was crumbling, you saw like a puff of red energy.
Yeah.
So
I was like, did they just really squish her into like oblivion?
she teleported away into another dimension. I don't know what she did, but until we see a body, I don't believe she's dead. I don't know if she'll have a redemption arc that's exactly like that, but do I think she'll get one? Yes. Or they'll just replace it with another world. Wanda, and we'll just forget that ever happened. Who knows?
Yo, might be another hot take.
The
more I look at her,
she's fine.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take. She can just take that.
Nah, she do it. Yo, she's trying to do it for me. Like, in a real way.
No, not. Ben done it.
Ben done it. Your sister's kind of cracked out, but you can be saved. Let me save you.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Let's see what else.
How you think about Zombie Strange?
It was cool.
And then the demons like coming after him because he was conjuring a dead body.
Cool.
From another
universe. It was cool, though it wasn't. Practical effect look a little weird when it was up close and you see him talking and all this stuff. But the idea of it, that's what I'm saying. Like if it was from a different direction,
lukewarm.
I feel like it would have turned out a little different. But I don't know.
I seen someone on YouTube saying that she will flee to Sokovia, but it's Latvia, and Dr. Doom will use her powers to invade multiverse, and that she will have a redemption through that. But got to introduce Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Unless that's a motherfucking writer from Marvel. They don't know shit. That's a good ass take though, but
yeah, I think because in the comic books when the Secret War stuff happened, I forgot. Basically, Dr. Doom did some shit where he like took over somebody's powers and became like got powers of God and made like a little pocket dimension, and that's kind of where the Secret Wars took place. And he was like,
God Doom.
So I think they're saying they can probably use her as a catalyst to do something similar to that scenario. So I think that's what that was about.
Okay. What else before we leave this? Shit, I don't know. With the Illuminati gone, where the characters pop up.
Say yes. Possibly. Yeah.
So,
well, I don't.
Even
Captain
if it's
Carter, no. Captain Carter's dead. I think she's gone. She's out of here.
Yeah, but that's not that Captain Carter isn't even the same Captain Carter from What If. So
it's not.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
Why not?
It's just not. Because then
I can't say it's just not. Not give me a reason.
It's not. She had a rocket.
I mean,
she got a rocket arm. Like what you mean? You got a rocket
jetpack
and a rocketeer pack on. But I don't. I honestly, I honestly really don't think it is the same. I'm being honest.
Okay.
Because that one,
Monica Rambeau's mom's never coming back.
Well, not in our world, but she
not in our world. I mean, she that.
I think the only person who might not come back is Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
If we get whatever X-Men stuff we get, and we get a Professor X, he's very old.
That nigga was barely making it down the fucking stretch. I'm like,
I know.
All right, Pat, you gotta walk.
Yeah, like, so I just don't think we'll be using him. We'll see.
Yeah, you know what take I always heard about Charles Xavier that fucking never made sense to me. Like, he can move all this shit, but he can't move his legs. Like, he's telepathic and like he can like move shit, but he can't move his legs.
He doesn't have that ability.
Mm.
He can
control like anatomy.
He can only read minds.
Mm.
Jean Grey has telepathics. He can only read minds. He has telepathy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He can't.
You can't tell your mind I can walk.
No, because
you can't like rewire some shit.
His mind is gone, nigga. What you want him to do? His mind is like I can walk, but his legs is like ain't no brain signal coming here.
Ain't no brain signal. You can't rewire your own brain, dog.
Yeah, but you can't rewire the fucking if the driveway going. How you gonna get the car down the street?
Yeah, how would you feel if you was paralyzed in every universe? Like there was none of you that could walk.
Mad, nigga.
Wait, he don't have telekinesis? Wait, are you sure Professor X don't have telekinesis?
Very sure.
Yo,
you remember in the first movie when they shot the guns?
Every universe is a different element. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You remember on the X-Men movie when Magneto made them shoot the gun, and then Professor X stopped it and it was drilling in his head, and the cop was like, because the bullet was still going even though it shot.
No, I think he was controlling Magneto.
No, because Magneto had the helmet on. How?
I gotta look.
It was like on the first. It was on the first movie. Like Magneto made the cop shoot the gun, and then he stopped all the bullets.
Magneto stopped the bullet.
No,
and
Magneto
I think
stopped the bullet.
No. Magneto stopped the bullet, and I think because Charles had somebody under his control, and I think Magneto did that so that he would let the person out of his control. He was basically holding the cop hostage with the bullet. Like, Charles, if you don't let whoever go, I'm gonna let the bullet go into the. And if I'm not mistaken, but I have to rewatch it because it's been like 20 years since I've seen that movie.
20 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like 2000.
Yeah.
What if there's a universe where Charles Xavier has like ED or some shit?
I mean, he does. He got no legs. I guess so it's every universe.
Where it's like, yo, everything else worked but my dick.
Well, they got
like he got a like he's in a universe where he's like a quadriplegic. Like it's just his chin move, like Dr. Wade or some shit.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking. Yo, Stephen Hawking, Professor X would be dope as shit.
Yo, Stephen X.
What if he's bedridden and can only just talk through like a machine? Where's that universe, Professor X?
Why are you doing this to this nigga? Why you make it more
has to be a universe where he can walk.
I'm sure there is one.
Like there's a universe where fucking Wolverine is over 6 feet or some shit. Like there gotta be something cool. Like it gotta be one universe who was like, you know what? Before this happened, I kind of like move to the right. You know, I'm not in a chair. I can walk.
I can walk.
It's hard to walk. I got a cane.
Telepathic.
No.
Telling that.
I'll use mine so he could feel it telepathically. Nah. Oh yeah. I think I'm tearing that pussy up, girl. Yeah.
Telepathically.
Ew.
Oh. Imagine doing telepathy on your joint. No Cialis. Just no blue chew, no nothing. Like, oh yeah.
Isn't that what you do in real life? Ain't you like just like hang it up?
My man got his own VR.
That's fire.
So Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
What do we give it 1 out of 10?
7.
I give it an 8. Maybe because I was drunk, I give it that, but I enjoyed it.
7.5.
Yeah, I get 7.
7, 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's just
not good.
I just wanted more, I guess. And
yeah.
Like what more? Like what could have made it better? Like subtracting some things, adding some things. Like what could have made it a little better? Different director.
A lot of stuff that was happening felt flat. It just felt weird. It doesn't come off the way that thought it should. And then because it's film campy and they're doing all the horror stuff, like when they were running from Wanda and they're checking the doors and they're running from Wanda, and then they get to that one door and then they stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, why'd y'all stop?
Yeah, she all quick walking after him. She all quick walking after him. She like.
You think it's a Bill Cosby in a different universe? Maybe.
Oh, shit.
Like how do you get all these kids to join the academy? Some type of mind rape. Something.
You don't do that.
Okay. You telling me there's not a bad you telling me there's not a good Magneto and a bad Professor X in one of these universes?
Absolutely.
Molester X?
Absolutely.
Oh, my bad.
The Illuminati getting squad wiped out by old girl was kind of disappointing because they were talking mad shit and they could not hang with her.
We'll handle it.
Yo, that was crazy as well because they just wiped her out. They just, she uncoiled this nigga.
Yeah, you did.
And that was it.
Turn that nigga to fettuccine.
He's like, and then his head at the end, I was like, oh shit, she murked.
And then Black Bolt couldn't resist the he thought his voice was so powerful, like I can break through this little, mouth thing, and blew his own fucking brains out.
Yeah, it was like, nigga, you ain't got no mouth, stop talking. But nah, I gotta die now.
Another thing, do you think they take another shot at the Inhumans?
Nah, they got X-Men. They don't need them niggas.
No?
I mean, maybe, but no time soon.
We talking about, like, we not outsourcing this shit no more. Like, we got this shit.
So you talking about? They was never outsourcing the humans. That's the problem.
They were.
They were the only reason they were going to do Inhumans is because they did not have the rights to X-Men so they're going to use the Inhumans as their version of the X-Men because it's very similar story beats you can do with that. But the issue was at the time, I was an Ike Perlmutter and Kevin Feige were not seeing eye to eye, and because Inhumans was going to be a movie, but then some shit happened, and Kevin Feige had to, and they like reorganized Marvel where Kevin Feige did not have to listen to Ike Perlmutter anymore. So then Ike was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do the TV stuff over here, and Humans became a TV show. So
Scarlet built from my
that's funny. Yeah, no, but you definitely pull a.
But do you think like placement matters when it comes? Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like I got into it maybe like half of one season.
Yeah. But
it's like kind of like it just fell flat to me. Do you think that them putting it solely on Disney Plus and like just maybe having different writers, EPs or whatever the fuck would bring that like think about what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy type of thing, where it was like we're bringing this because people don't know who Black Bolt is. Like the casual watcher don't know who Black. I'm surprised my girl didn't ask me questions during this shit. Like the normal person don't know who Black Bolt is, so it's like the nigga don't talk. We don't know his backstory. We don't know where he came from. If he talks, he kills people. So it's like, who's this man that can't talk, but when he whispers, he'll level a whole fucking like planet.
Yeah.
So we need a way to introduce this man and get him into the forefront. But I think that if they were to bring the Inhumans to Disney Plus, maybe if they even fucking it's happened before where they've canceled shows, brought it to another platform and it did well, like that show that was on Lifetime but nobody watched, and then they got like 5 more seasons because women saw it on Netflix.
Yeah,
like maybe they brought Inhumans to Disney Plus and like, all right, so we gonna put this in front of your face. Maybe not a lot of people didn't know about it. They didn't know this exists. Maybe, name association, like, oh, if you watch Multiverse of Madness, now you see this character Black Bolt that was also in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It'll make you watch this and it'll get a whole new life.
I mean, anything is possible if you ever look at it that way. Anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, would they rather have the X-Men be that versus Inhumans? Yeah. But then I guess maybe you're right. Maybe they could do Inhumans shows. That way they can have both at the same time. Who knows? It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world we're living in. So
when she told Richard she's glad his wife was alive, so there was someone to raise his kids, I was like, yo, she was gonna kill him.
Absolutely. Still. So she said, oh yeah, but that's the one cool thing. When she was talking to that nigga, he was like, I got 2 kids. I mean, fucking Franklin Richards exists in the multiverse, nigga.
Is that another Young Avenger?
That's Reed Richards' son.
Yeah.
But that's not a Young Avenger.
No, I think technically he's a mutant. I believe he's classified as a mutant. But basically, he can create universes. He's powerful. He's powerful as fuck. He could create universes. So that's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that.
Is he sure that's his kid?
Yeah, came from his rubber sperm.
Rubber sperm.
I'm just saying, I'm rubber. I'm like, my dad is rubber and smart. My mom turns invisible. How the fuck does that equal me creating universes?
The cosmic radiation pouring through their veins, my nigga.
Got a point.
And they made him mutate.
Stop
baby.
being right. What the fuck? Who told you to be smart and right about comics?
Oh, okay.
What else? Namor not being
that was
introduced in the Illuminati. Was that a letdown?
a little bit.
No, because they use characters we've seen before in stuff, or versions of characters we've seen before and stuff. We have not yet been introduced to Namor, even though no one ever really saw the show. The show does exist, so some people have reference for Black Bolt. I think he's allegedly supposed to be showing up in Wakanda Forever. So I
Black
think maybe,
Bolt?
No,
Namor?
Yeah, so I think until that comes out, maybe going forward he'll show up in a new version of Illuminati. But
Okay.
They were in Immortal. When they went through the multiverses, they were in water at one point. So I was like,
yeah, I saw that. Atlantis?
Nope.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlantis. Yeah, Atlanta.
So I thought it was a Tuesday before they actually show them. But it was, I was wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Anyone that wants to hop in Discord chat to discuss anything we might have missed?
Should we do it in Discord?
Should we what?
Should we have them coming through Discord?
How else they gonna get here?
Yeah.
I have a Google Voice number.
Yeah, but how's it?
You can connect that to this and it'll come through.
Easy. Without like extra work and
No, I won't.
3-hour troubleshooting.
Let me try it. If it don't work, then fuck it.
I mean, they could just pop in with audio if they got something to say.
Well, that's the thing. How I got it set up. If they pop in, then it's gonna move everything. You see what I'm
Even
saying?
if they do just audio.
Yeah, it'll just move everything because they'll pop up and their screen will pop up.
Oh, it'll rearrange shit.
Rearranged.
We're not gonna discuss the fact that Dom has. I'm a nigga Lorian. I ain't take an oath.
No,
I ain't nothing like that.
No, you're good
No.
because it depends on which faction you run. Because homegirl was taking her helmet off the whole time. What the hell?
Yeah, man, I'm not part of the men. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you're right. It did move it.
Yeah. See.
Okay.
Let's see. 479 Let me see.
I mean, you can just type the number in chat, and if anything, if y'all got anything to say,
Yeah, let me see if this works.
Bobby
Do it
can
live.
do that shit. Bobby's the Donatello this shit. He could do that.
It's the local tech
I think.
Yeah. So, if no one wants to jump in, let's see. Topic time. What we got for topic time?
jump, man.
We done with multiverse, right?
I believe so.
Nothing else you could think of?
Let's see.
What the fuck was up with that Minotaur nigga? He loved that nigga. I was like, yo, he kept showing that nigga.
Yeah, it's hard.
I know it's a character in the comic books because I was watching some video.
Oh,
Out the blue, they just showed this nigga. I was like, what the fuck? And he just kept
something random as shit. So, back to Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When Layla went to Mark's dead, shot ass body, he called out for Mark.
Mark.
Does that say anything to? How do I word this? Like, cause she had that, like, you know, that longingly stare at Steven. She kissed Steven, but then when Mark dies, she calls out Mark's name. She didn't call out Steven. Does that have any bearing to anything?
No, because Steven kissed her and it was very odd. She did not really want him to kiss her, and she just didn't want to deny him. If you look at it, it was a very awkward kiss, and she was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that was.
All right. Just want to throw that in there.
Is it 203 or 281?
203.
Because D Dot threw a different number in there.
Come on, you don't know that? Hesh.
I'm asking the question because somebody asked the question.
No, but Hesh, you don't know that number?
Oh, that number? No. Oh, I mean,
The one that D-Dot put?
no. Should I?
Come on, dog. You got to know this.
I don't off the top of my head right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
281-330-8004.
Mike Jones.
Hit Mike Jones up on low.
Oh.
Yo, what? Come on, man. Yo,
When's the last time I thought about Mike Jones, nigga?
that's one of the most classic phone numbers and songs ever.
Fuck about Mike Jones, nigga.
That's that. Like, what's the other one? 80309. Like that's like one of the most classic ones ever.
I remember that.
Yo, you a dyke.
Oh man.
Trying to get stabbed, nigga? What's up? Fool.
Topics, man.
Man.